of them. I'm like, yeah, they're... I'm actually really surprised that they did congregate down more towards us than down. So it was just like, because High Street would have been the more visible. Yeah.
Tons of visibility. Here you're just yelling at the neighbors.
Yep. Oh wow, what happened to everybody? Actually, I know a better way to kind of fill you in real quick. Don't let it sully your disposition.
It's just a couple members of Cowboy.
Okay.
We'll get there. I think they won now.
Well, I mean, not a big deal.
This is a moments like this where I wish I had the powers of Storm.
Right.
That would be my favorite.
My request,
Yep, yes.
request for a downpour was a little premature this morning.
Yeah.
Like if I just
Or just like Storm or Magneto.
Yeah.
Either one.
Hey, there's a dude in a rainbow suit and Canal Line coming up to the door. I don't know. That's why I'm calling
This
you.
group? I think they're here for like they
So,
support. I don't know what
okay. Bye.
I like to swing around. They've got stuff. Sounds like this has moved over to High Street.
You want to swing over to
Yeah,
that
That's where
side?
there actually are people.
Yeah, we were shocked that.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
go. There's fences. There's a playground.
Oh, okay.
So if you go this way, there's a fence.
I was
that
surprised
they're
that
all
we
unlocked.
were so centralized down here.
I didn't think that they'd be down here at all. Because
No.
there's not much publicity.
Yeah, and then taking pictures in front of the church. Yeah. Hey. Just how unpredictable and organic these things are. So much to study still for me.
We're gonna have to come up with a strategy for this. Like the group that we went up on the corner with the bullhorn.
Yeah.
It's starting to go sideways. How do we want to address that, and how do we prepare anybody for what?
That was exactly
Right.
what Wes and Don, when they just walked over to me to go to the restroom, they were like, so, we saw you guys then take action, but we were like, were we supposed to take action? We're not supposed to take action? It was like, same thing with the other one where they're doing this and pushing, and we had to go over to that one. I'm like, all right.
And that one, you think about it, like if they start fighting, quite honestly, I'm just going to say, hey, you got an active 26 on the radio. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Right.
I'm not going and doing the usual fight thing.
Yeah, we can do moderate things, but I don't know. I might.
I'm not going in there and
Well, we might
you know what I
review
mean?
the video, and then, operationally speaking, they may review it and go, no, that was actually doing too much. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. We need
That's
to fine-tune
fair.
all that stuff.
Yep. Fair. Oh, they went on the other trench lot?
Well, that's what we were trying to get them to do. It's over there. Wait, what?
I mean, I'm fine with. I'm like, okay.
I don't think there's any need for us.
No.
If we can convince all the church people to just go inside.
Yes. Or neighbors too.
Yeah.
I bet this really divided the community, because when she was telling me they had safe houses, and then there were other people who were in support, so I guess the business to the south, or to the west, doesn't support this. So their own business that's next door was like, no, screw
this
you.
stuff? Yeah.
No, these people down there, that other building next door, I guess are not.
That's
Yeah.
a business over there?
Yeah, I guess was not in support off of Weisenheimer. Nope. Not at all.
Just go hunker down by the entrance to the church, away from the road. Get them, maybe encourage them, like, yeah, we can come on.
Yeah, maybe that would be it too. If I feel like we can't. I love the. I should say maybe love is not the best word, but it was curious as to. There was constantly like questioning of like how we're protecting them from whoever the group is in all black.
Yeah.
We're going to call them Antifa, maybe like collaborators or in appearance only. I don't know. Those things are so loose. But just like generally trying to make that juxtaposition. And
Them complain, like, hey, what are you guys doing to
well,
protect
yeah,
them? My
because
friend's
they're
getting-
also
trying to
talking
find a friend.
in coordination with like safety and security for the church. It's just weird. It's just there's a lot to unpack. So I have to kind of
So, like,
figure it out.
what do we do when they're like, hey, they're threatening my friend, I want you to do something about it? Or
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a compelled to action for there. Yeah, for sure. And then there was also like, there's no police or something like that. I'm like, I am the police.
yeah. It was interesting that you guys had a conversation. You guys only have 4 people for this? There's 2 people around out there. I'm not about to show any cars.
No. We're not going to tell you anything. Yeah. No. That ain't happening. Is this like? Oh no, it's just to keep you from. I got really nervous. Like my legs actually got shaky on that. I was like, "What am I stepping on?" Yeah, because it was. It just looked odd. Okay, so it looks like only our side has the whatever group they are. I've recognized all 3 of them. I do recognize, not personally by name, but being at other events and things. So, from the one that's in front of the house. They're interchangeable because I've seen that one individual in so many spaces. So pretty much anything that's considered progressive, gonna be in that group. I've seen Black Liberation Front, I've seen it from the Socialist Revolutionary Party, I've seen them from just a lot of different things. Calling themselves Antifa.
Hang here, go outside. They really want us hanging out.
I don't know. It's a good question I'll be able to unpack after this. I don't know if Don and them followed that group up. Or Wes?
So, yeah, they just heard that they're clear, and if anybody needs a break,
Okay.
they can do that.
Maybe as this starts to clear up and we lose our overcast and the temperature starts to drop. Because I feel the temperature's dropping.
It was only supposed to be colder throughout the day.
Yeah. So.
So far, so good.
Is the party over? Can I go inside?
I mean, you're more than welcome to go inside. We will handle everything out here.
Party is over at High Street.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is how you're supposed to do it.
We're trying to figure out songs that we don't know how to use.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yep, so to add a group message that you want to add someone to, tap the icons at the top of the thread. And then maybe there's one at the add at the bottom. Okay, well, hold on. Then tap the gray arrow icon in the right of the contacts, then tap add contact. Maybe that one? Does it say?
This connect to the right?
Yeah. Maybe
Hey, has everybody cleared off of the north side of the church? There's nobody else back there. There's a small group around the line. I copy. Thanks.
It's about 20 of the Proud Boys cross the street over to the Antifa side. They're non-violent right now, but they just
tap
crossed
the group
over.
message if you want to add someone to. Tap the group icons at the top of the thread, the gray arrow icon to the right of the contacts, then tap add contact. That's what I thought. Then type that, and then it's supposed to say add contact. Is it at the top or?
You think here?
Oh, I bet it's probably we have to do that and then add somebody.
I don't know.
Well, no, because that would go to all of them, but
That would just go to the lieutenant's file.
maybe. I don't
So
know.
we would be
Yeah.
able to do this.
YouTube time.
I don't think there's a way in iPhones to just add.
There is. Because I could do it right here. So, like, watch. Let me go to, like, just one of the random text threads that I have here. So, let's say this one here. So, I do this. I go and I click on it. Go to the right. And I'm supposed to be able to add another person here. But I'm actually not even getting it on this one either. Did they just recently do an update that doesn't allow you? Here we go. We're YouTubing it. Because I've done it before. I know. Add a person to group iPhone. Here we go. We are watching it. There we go. Look at us, technology. We're going to do it right now.
Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Sean,
Yeah,
and you
love
are watching my first target.
Okay.
Next, tap the eye symbol at the top right
Oh,
corner
the
of
eye
the
symbol.
window. In the next
eye?
page,
Yeah.
tap the add content button. Then select the group
So-
text message to which you want to add
So-
someone. Next, tap the eye symbol at the top right corner of the window.
So there's a corner
In the
that
next
comes
page,
down.
tap the add content button.
So is there at
Enter the
any
phone
point
number
an
or
ad?
contact name of the person you want to
How old is
add.
this? That's 2 years old. So let's do. This is 3 weeks ago. There we go. This will be the most recent one because they probably did updates.
Hi guys, want to wait for you to do a group chat or group text. Now nowadays, as features, so example, I have this one. Okay, so this is basically a group chat that I've arranged. Okay, so if I want to add someone to a group text, I'll just click on this one. Okay,
See, and then it comes
if
up
you
as
can
add
see all the
contacts at the
contacts in
bottom.
here, there's a way for me to add contact.
Yeah, these guys,
So, and it just doesn't do it.
kind of assuming that they need to look to their agreement, but they're not going to. I'm not sure what you're next line is.
I'll call Fred and tell him I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's just not adding it because we go right here. You click down on the people, and then you're supposed to get an ad.
Yeah, they have to manually enter everyone
Yeah.
in.
But boys, if you're coming over on this
Call,
side, and investigate.
Hey, this phone thing Chrysler asked me to do, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's going to be done on the lieutenant's phone. He asked me to add a phone number to the group chat, and you can't just add it. You got to start a new one. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, one of those is not an iPhone. So if the lieutenant's phone can do it if you go and manually, all the contacts are saved in there. So he just has to manually make a new group. So. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, it'll work. All right. We'll see. Bye. All right. I think this is good, dude. Don't be stale. Good. I'll move their gate.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so there will be people going in there to get some things.
Yeah.
They'll have keys, I would assume, or a code.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll help you with
Yep.
the gates here.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just being walked.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you for being here.
yep, happy to be here. I'm gonna sit there and make it. I'm bending it and being mean, but it's fine. There we go. I like it a little bit better. Just some of the stuff already looks like it's been hit,
Oh, yeah.
but being bent.
Thank you.
Yep. 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 Yeah, absolutely.
So I texted Officer Betts a couple times. I haven't heard back, but
Okay, yeah, he's probably doing that.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
So we're just kind of having a powwow about like, shit, what are we doing for security tomorrow morning? I mean, what happens if we get disrupted and all
Hey,
that?
good job on that.
Now that our security plan had abandoned us,
Good job.
Okay.
Separating that.
he was going to look into what kind of support we could have, just kind of given the unique nature of like,
Yes.
well, it's the day after this, it's well publicized, this is a site where groomers live or whatever the fuck they believe. And so, sorry about the language, but very anxious right now.
No, it's understandable. Everything's understandable.
So, you know, we get here around 8:30 to set up. We have a church service. We have breakfast. There's, like I think I mentioned, there's a Hanukkah observance in the afternoon, and there's a grief during the holidays pastoral team thing that's happening at 7. So we have people here all day, but no other security plans. Besides knowing, like, how do we contact someone, or if someone's going to be around.
Everybody who's working in patrol tomorrow knows what happened here today.
Yeah.
They know the importance and significance of this event.
Yeah.
So if you guys were to call and say, hey, this is us, this happened yesterday, and we were saying that call, or if you see something, call early. And people are familiar.
When you say call, who am I calling? 911?
Yeah.
Either depending on the severity, because if you get like overt threats that they were going to send, it's the same thing. Like you've been emailing us and stuff, because me and Betsy are both getting emails, and then we've been forwarding to our team members. So same deal. If you get some overt statement that they say they're going to be there, then we'll need to know that, and then we'll plan accordingly.
Yeah, I think our biggest concern is like screening people at our door, because we get visitors, and how do you figure out like, I mean, there's a gut feeling.
Yeah,
sometimes. But not always, and so we're a little concerned if someone's going to get in the middle of a service, stand up and start disrupting it. And, I mean, I know that would warrant a 911 call as well. Is this one of your guys?
He's a dispatch guy. Dispatch, right?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up, man? Oh, we're here, making it happen. Were you over on that side?
Is that where it's at?
And that's what the show is now. That's what you're looking for.
It was here.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Have fun, yep.
So, yes. So, yeah, we could definitely try to make sure that we have things coordinated for you and send it out to our team members. So that way, if you run into any disruptions or something like that.
And I don't know, like what policy is or how you handle these things, but if someone is kind of keeping an eye on like a house watch, like Beth had said, and they're doing a cruise to the parking lot, if they want to stop and sort of, just so you know, I'm around, that would be helpful at reducing, the people
the anxieties
here.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. So, yes, we've done it many different ways. Sometimes we've had it with our plainclothes units that will sit up and sit in a lot. We've had it with special duty that sometimes they coordinate. We've done it with guard duties, depending on the nature of things, and we put that on the board, and it will show the address that said due to recent protest activities and things like that. Please have this on your radar. So we have several different avenues that we can do, and it will be contingent on just like, as you go through the day.
Yeah.
Kind of what?
Well, there's different people here at different times. I mean, I'm already worried, like, well, we're just leaving the place now, and I have to expect to come back tomorrow morning and find graffiti on spray painted on the building, who knows?
And you guys have, what's the camera service?
Well, they're not ours. It's just
okay.
security team. So there's one up there, and there's one over there. It's on the other side of the building.
And who owns them?
That's unclear. The Be Quick folks put them up, and they gave us access to them.
Okay.
And they said, and when we're done, if you want to keep them, we can like reassign the cell number. I have no idea who this is.
Okay. Let's wait for them here real quick. They might be coming to pick up the stuff.
All right.
How we doing here?
My daughter and grandkids go to the school here, and I think I don't know if my daughter was attending something. I just saw this mess when I was going to familyography. Is everything okay in there?
Yeah, we canceled the event, so if it was the Storytime show that they were coming to, they didn't come.
Okay, good. Because she didn't answer her phone. That's why I was very close. I'm like, I'm driving by because I see.
Nothing bad has happened, just a protest, and it's been managed. And they met this person. They were out here before.
Because I saw a guy with a rifle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So.
Ay. Can I turn around or?
Yeah.
Go in there and turn around? I'm afraid this church. That's scary because that Red Oak Community School zone
She's correct. Just letting them know our side of protesters are leaving. The ones that we think are Antifa, or I don't know. I don't really know what to call them. That's before I air. I'm like trying to think, how do I identify them? I'm like, so.
too?
Yeah.
It's just going to be empty?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how I want to identify them.
There's nobody here.
Because I want to let them know all of our church staff has officially left, and that our sort of, I don't know.
Instigators.
No, instigators makes it sound like they're...
I said instigator on the radio.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, they were instigating at the time. Yeah. Well, it's more or less because of...
Yeah.
So, just trying to think about how it would replay.
People want us to have a reaction, we're very close. Surrounding, there's just things happening that we're not...
Counter-protesters, there we go.
Not advantageous to peaceful protest.
Okay, so camera-wise, so you guys have no security within your facility separate from Be Quicks. Right. Gotcha. So, and I don't even know what the quality of Be Quicks is. I'm surprised they even have the money or the finances to do
I don't know. Apparently they said, oh, we have donors. All right.
I mean, they could, but the question is...
They were going to charge us. That was, from my perspective.
No, that's great. That's phenomenal.
Cost us, all of this, renting this.
Yeah, they got all this rented?
Yeah, it's not ours.
Oh. So Be Quick rented this too?
Yes.
Interesting.
For that security firm that Ty?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what the connection between all of them is.
They used to all work together.
I was kind of out of the picture, how it was all arranged, as you know, when we met. But,
yeah.
In retrospect, I wish I had been a little more vocal about some of my concerns.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's just, at times like these, you want the community to come together. And it ended up exposing how divided we still are. Yeah. So we'll have to work through that as a community.
I didn't expect to be abandoned by the security team. I mean, when I showed up at 7 and the building was empty and the office wing was unlocked.
Well, that's deeply super concerning too.
At least, and Bet, the leader, had my cell number, as did a couple other people. If anything goes on, let me know. Someone should have texted me at 2 a.m. Hey, we're splitting. Your property's unoccupied.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not your...
Because that wasn't with Ty, because Ty was for the performers. That's... So...
Well, someone. I mean, they just freaking left us.
Yeah. And that's...
Because
that's the thing I'm trying to figure out.
Is there some armed guy in the building right now? Because, they were also going to have concealed carry or maybe open carry. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the argument, too, is that they can't really have that in your building.
Well, they got some release form from the schools, and supposedly they say they work with the school board, which doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, that's an easily fact-checkable thing. Because if they're saying to you that they did that, once they Google searched it, and then you go back and you go, you never got any of those things done.
They will not be within feet of this property again.
Okay.
I guarantee you. I'm so pissed off at them right now.
Well, and I get it. They have a certain set of political considerations. They are stalwarts in that path. But then at the same time, it's like...
I expect a little maturity out of people, too. Especially the refusal to work with law enforcement in any shape or form. That's where I was kind of putting my foot down, and Chris agreed to meet with them this morning. But when everything blew up last night because of whatever happened.
Yeah. Well, and again, when it's the number of kids, you had 200-some kids that were going to be here.
Yeah, there were like 50 last night that I was walking around with. And,
So it becomes concerning because that's not the time to try to, figure out how a lot of this should work.
Well, that's what
I'm like, you could do it on a very much smaller level than something that's like
But that wasn't security. I mean, that's what I was telling Chris this morning. It's like, because they had promised us, we're keeping this low profile. And the school and the church, we're really careful to put the message out. We don't want counter-protesters. This isn't a political event. It's a storytime event. We're trying to keep it safe. If they had 200 people coming, they would, and their perimeter people, the safety team itself was like 40 or 50. That means everyone else was going to be counter-protesting.
Yeah.
And when they showed up, and I was talking to one guy last night who's, Antifa from northern Kentucky, and I spent time in Kentucky, so we were kind of talking about our commonalities, but I'm like, holy crap, you guys drove up from Cincinnati? He's like, oh yeah, the word gets out. And it's not what we needed.
No.
And I expected at least a heads up from the security people, like, oh, and by the way, we're bringing in, supporters to counter-protest.
You know, so, okay, then that gives me some insight is that, like, basically the technology that they even procured for you guys
I don't know where they got it. It's
is who?
It's got to be Ty or someone with a firm, because these are cell phone powered. There's one on the pole there and one on the other side of the church.
Yeah.
And they have little solar things and cell phone antennas.
Yeah, I mean, I can check. I'll get with Ty, but I'm pretty sure they're not Ty's. So,
Okay, so remaining questions. If you or Chris could follow up with me about tomorrow and
Yep.
what expectations we might have.
Yep.
And then secondly, about the fencing, because they're not picking it up till Monday.
You can keep it. No, I say leave it right up.
Should we leave it across the entrance, or should we pull it aside but have the no trespassing showing right at the edge?
I say if your congregants are not here, it is a gate.
Yeah.
So you leave it exactly as it is,
We'll do that on this.
because you guys did it strategically on your property line, like we discussed in the meeting, and to be like, hey, this is easily identifiable. This lets everybody know. This is.
But the other side, as soon as they disperse, needs to be open, because that's the commercial, whatever agreement was with the commercial properties.
like
I did
commercial,
not
yeah.
have that discussion with them.
So what we could probably do is we will just open it like
Where
you
they
suggested
came.
on that side. Yeah, just open it and then we will close it.
Loading it, walking up to a group just on the LOP side. You can just keep an eye on that. Nothing in particular, but it looks like one of the groups with a long gun.
But that side, the commercial entities up there are now open for business until probably, I don't know what time Chipotle closes, but
Oh,
it's
10
10 or
o'clock.
11, right?
10.
12:32 to channel.
So you think it should be open that time? Well, I mean, I think it needs to be. That's the understanding they had.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, we
I don't
can't
think it's
inconvenience them too much. I know they, because obviously, you know, there may be times in which we'll maybe call on those relationships again.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way. The neighbors here who I'm waiting to hear from all the next week.
Well, I mean, and if it ends up being something that, like, you're catching a lot of flack, that's my job. So you can absolutely call me, and we can handle those. If they have to have a community meeting here, I was like, I will more than attend it.
Yeah, I want to make sure they put the blame where it belongs on the protesters, not the people trying to have it.
Yeah, we are doing our best to try to have something that should have been super innocuous. It's just like a holiday reading, like, and it became this spectacle, you know, because tensions in politics right now and everything like that are just, and the internet age just sends things on spiraling out of control. So,
Did you communicate with some of the neighbors while you were out here? Were they expressing any concerns, or was it just
I mean,
curiosity?
this house kind of came out and kind of gave Antifa their blessing to be on their property.
Oh,
so,
that was a counter-protester.
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw someone over there. Oh, I told you.
Yeah,
that.
and then we also had her. So now she's more identifiable, but
Oh, the one with the bullhorn?
the bullhorn was, I guess, the bike shop that's up here.
Right.
The wife. So obviously she lives in the neighborhood, so she was.
More power to her. I mean,
Yeah, she was getting in their faces, having the tug war, pushing on the guy's little chest here. Like, I'm like, okay. So things we were trying to avoid. But again, I've always talked about this in the job. You know, whatever level of personal safety you feel, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Because Christy
Mine was
wasn't.
back here with you guys.
Yeah, and she just goes right up in there and just like interjects herself. And I'm like, your officers are the same way. I'm like, we can't really define or standardize that. I'm like, whatever you feel comfortable
Well, that's
doing,
important.
you do. We know legally what the expectations are for us, but then there always comes down to like, you know, officers' own individual idea of what personal safety is and what threat assessment is, and
Makes sense.
and it's just as variable as it is among the civilian population. So it's you kind of got that. That's why I tell everybody, I'm like, no standard for that. So if you're able to do something, like, you can't get in your feels or get mad that somebody else didn't follow you right into the lion's den. I'm like, it's not their thing. Like, so.
All right, I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I woke at 4, like, the event's canceled. No one's at the church. So I'm going to head out. You guys will close this behind me.
Yep.
And at some point, you'll open up the other side. So the
We'll open
commercial
up the other
area.
side for the
Probably
commercial.
both parts, so people can
Yeah.
loop around.
Yeah, once we know they're gone,
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable doing that. I think the businesses will understand that too.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you,
If
guys.
you need anything, you have my number. Call, text, because this one I'm better about since they messed up my city phone. Yes. I just called Gianna a little earlier.
Did you? I mean,
So I've called you twice on it, I think. Let you know my name and everything like that. Nope, it did not.
Wireless caller number 1.
Yeah, wireless caller number 1. Yep.
I'm thinking we'll find a car. We're going to sit in it for a minute.
We can do that, yeah.
Just
totally
sit in
go
it for a minute.
Okay, do you want me to just leave this out there?
Well, I was gonna